All right, we are back. It's K-Talk Radio, 1640 AM. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. I am your host, Yoshi Shiraki, and today we talked a little bit about the first half of the show, how to decide if a house is a good potential fix and flip property. We worked the analysis backwards to know what you can offer on a home based off of what you can sell, based off of the cost to repair it, based off of the expenses you incur, based off of everything to figure out if a home will be a good potential fix and flip property. And if you missed any part of that, don't forget to check out our website, utahhomesweethome.com. Click on the social media link, YouTube social media link to be specific. We have multiple social media links. But click on the YouTube one. We film and document all of these shows so that if you missed it, you can always go back and listen to it. Then we talked about kind of a big announcement for me. I'm about to start a new business venture in an industry I know nothing about, but here's what's exciting. I'm going to document the whole process for you guys so that you can learn from my mistakes. As you know, on this show we have what's called the Nightmare Story segment. The reason we have the Nightmare Story segment is because a lesson is typically learned from a nightmare. And so I have all my guests, every guest that's ever come in, share a nightmare story. And the reason we do that is because I want them to share a story and the lesson they learned from that story, so us, the listeners, whoever is listening, does not have to learn that same lesson because we can learn it from somebody else. Those are my favorite lessons to learn, from somebody else's mistakes, right? And so I'm going to be documenting the process of starting this new company in an industry I know nothing about and allowing you guys to learn from my mistakes. Hopefully I'm going to have some successes that you can learn from as well. But if you've ever thought about starting up a new company, you've got a great idea for a new invention on whatever, a skateboard or a food product or a pet product, whatever it may be, bike, cycling, whatever your passion is, you've thought of an idea, then I think you're going to want to definitely subscribe to my channel, because we're going to be sharing our venture along the way of taking this idea that's literally nothing and eventually, hopefully soon, getting it into grocery stores and selling. Okay, so want to share a story here real quickly. Just maybe the thing that you want to do is publish a book, right? I had a mentor by the name of Robert Allen, who's another like 15 New York best-selling author, wrote the book No Money Down. He's a real estate guru, one of the most successful real estate educators out there, and he shared that everybody should write a book. If you've got a story that you think is intriguing, you should write a book. And the reason for it is books and products in general make great extra streams of income, because it's not something that you're out there constantly selling door to door. Once you do the marketing, get the business going, build the branding, can drive traffic, leads, buyers, then a book can hypothetically sell, and especially now with the internet, it sells while you're asleep. And Robert Allen, being a 15-time New York best-selling author, he's shared many times on stage that he believes everybody's got a story. Whatever that story may be, it might not be interesting to, let's say, your immediate friends and family, but there's somebody else in this world who might have gone through what you're going through, who could use that story to help motivate them. I'm friends with Tyrone Smith. Tyrone Smith is the receiver at the University of Utah, and he's had, I think, 2 or 3 foot surgeries that has slowed down his ability to basically play football at the U. He's had to take a couple seasons off, and chatted with him, and what I love about Tyrone is that his mindset is strong. He's had these surgeries that could have possibly really ruined the mindset of most people, because now they obviously if you're getting foot surgery twice, you're in 2 different seasons, it's a downer if you're not playing the sport that you love. But his mindset's so strong, he really truly believes in his heart that he's just as strong as he was before, and he's got a story to tell. Think of all those high school collegiate kids that have gone out there and got injured, and now they're needing to get surgery, he's got a story that is showing success. You know, he's going to be playing his senior year this year, assuming the season never starts with COVID-19. But his story can definitely help inspire younger, high school kids or other college kids. So the point is, everybody's got a story that somebody out there can relate to. So long story short, my mother actually is the one that came up with this idea. My niece, Delaney Finnegan, was born 16, 17 years ago, long time ago. Well, not super long. She was the first grandchild of my parents. So my sister had a child before I did, and Delaney was the first. So my mother thought that it would be a great idea for me, for my sister, to educate, Delaney on the prevention of this tricky topic, sexual abuse. My mom did a great job of educating me and my sister when we were little. And so I actually had gone out to Barnes & Nobles to buy a book so I could give to my sister so she could, basically give to Delaney and, well, not give to Delaney, read to Delaney and help her understand, because she was only 3 or 4 at the time. Well, at the time, there was no books out that were something you could read to the child. There were books that parents could read to themselves on abuse, and then from there have a conversation with your child. So my mom thought, well, let's write a book. Let's write a book that we can, that's for the child, that the parent can read, but the pages, the kid can turn the pages, and it's a kid-friendly book. And so that's what we did. We hired Richard Paul Evans as a mentor to take us through this process. And like I said, I'm always willing to pay for mentorship if it shortcuts the process, and it did. He helped us get the book published in less than a year. And now, obviously, the book's been selling, and you can check it out at protectourangels.com. It's a children's book designed for as little as 3-year-olds that can look at the images. My wife did the illustrations. She was an art major, so that was really cool that she could be part of the project. And long story short, we were able to get that done. Again, I wish I would have documented that process. So we are going to document the process, though, of this salad dressing. I think that it will bring value to a lot of people out there across the world. That's the great thing about YouTube, is across the world. Ironically, this YouTube channel on this show, Utah Homes Sweet Home, is getting national attention. Viewerships are coming in from different parts of the country. It is YouTube, so anyone can watch it from anywhere, but people are chiming in from Florida, Georgia, commenting on real estate comments, so it's been pretty cool. So I wanted to share that big announcement with you guys. If you've got an idea, I think it's a great idea to just take action and go do it. So we've come to the end of our show. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's show, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the weekend.